Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making another video. A lot of people have been requesting and asking me for advice when it comes to mental health, relationships, confidence, and having confidence in yourself. And I feel like those are all just super important topics which need enough time to be focused on individually. And so I'm going to make a separate video for each of those things, but today I'm going to focus on what I feel is pretty much the foundation of all of those things and having success in all those different categories and feeling good about yourself and just living a positive lifestyle, and that's definitely having confidence in yourself. I'm going to start off by just kind of talking about my own testimony with having confidence in yourself because for me growing up, I was a confident kid. Things didn't really bother me that much, but I always struggled with just feeling like I wasn't good enough for really anything that I was doing in my life. There's always someone who would be better at what I was trying to do. Basically, there's just a period of time where I felt like I wasn't really living life for myself anymore. I was living to please other people, to prove people wrong, to make other people happy. But today I'm just going to kind of talk about how I overcame feeling not confident in myself and how you all can overcome that, because as difficult as it is and how consuming it can be to just lose that confidence in yourself, and it can be just this very negative aspect of your life, and when you're not confident in yourself, it's hard to feel like you're doing well in any other aspect of your life. Basically, in this video today, I'm going to talk to y'all about 7 steps to becoming confident in yourself and loving yourself. Step number 1, I feel like, is super important and it's super key, and this goes for all aspects of your life, not just being confident, and that's to stop letting negative thoughts control you. This has been a huge part of my life. In a lot of situations, friendships, relationships, I always let these negative thoughts come in and just be like, okay, this could go wrong or this could go wrong. What if this is happening? And then it just feeds this negative energy in my head, and I feel like I have to do something about it because I want these things to go well. And then it just ends up messing up something that was initially good, but I let my negative thoughts control it. So when we start to take those negative thoughts, when they come into our head and we just look at the positives, it can really overrule all of those negative thoughts, and those won't be so overpowering in these different situations in your life. And I know that has helped me immensely in my relationship, friendships, schoolwork. I just don't let that negative energy and those negative thoughts control how those things are going. Step number 2 is something I still feel like I struggle with, but it definitely will help you become more confident in yourself. And I've noticed as I've been trying to work on this that it has helped me, and that's never apologizing for the person that you are and the things that you do. Because I know me, I just have this huge heart, and so I'm very emotional, but I just like to share my emotions with other people, and sometimes that can be super overpowering, and so I feel like I have to apologize for that, because I know not everyone's like that, but you should never have to apologize for who you are. So not everyone's the same, and that's a big thing. We have to accept that each one of us is different, so the way that we show our emotions and accept love or accept these different things is going to be different for every person. And so you never have to apologize for who you are and the way that you handle those things. Step number 3, never, ever compare yourself to others. I know this is especially hard for girls. You will compare yourself to every single person you see, because I know that I do it. I see girls post on Instagrams, and I'm like, why can I not be her? That brings about those negative thoughts, like I said in step number 1. But really, you were created in the image of likeness of God, and we are all perfect. We are all unique. We were created as we were meant to be. And if every person was attracted to the same person, we're all going to date one person? No. See, that's not how that is meant to be. We were all created in a way, and for those of you who struggle with feeling I'm not beautiful enough, I don't have, a certain characteristics that a guy is going to no, that's false. You can never feel that way about yourself in that sense, because God created you, and in your plan, He put someone perfectly for you and who's going to love you no matter what. And some of you may not be called for that. You may be called to the sisterhood, priesthood, or even like the single life, which is a vocation as well. So we were all created in this different path, but we can't let ourselves feel like we aren't good enough because we're comparing ourselves to another person, because we are unique and we were perfectly created. Step number 5 is to not accept what this world creates as an image of beauty. Like for me, I know I look in a mirror in the morning and the first thing I do is criticize myself. That shouldn't be okay. One, we were created in the image and likeness of God, like I said before, and so we are beautiful. We are all beautifully and wonderfully made, and we are made for amazing things. You should look for the beautiful aspects of yourself, and the things that you find flaws in yourself are just what makes you unique from the next girl or the next guy. What we find beautiful should be through people's actions, through their characteristics, and of course beauty. Like our eye is attracted to beauty first because you don't immediately know how someone's personality is based off of their look. We shouldn't have that same idea of beauty that the media tries to portray, because it's all twisted, it's all messed up. And I know a lot of girls struggle with guys see like these models and they're perfect, and like these Victoria's Secret angels strut up and down the runway and their bodies are perfect, and magazines, these models just look flawless, bodies perfect, face, skin, everything's perfect about them. So then girls start to feel bad about themselves. Half of that's Photoshop, first of all, so half of it's not even real. And second, we weren't created to be just like them. You have to accept yourself for who you are, not what the world thinks that you should be. Step number 6 is to realize that being perfect is not attainable. We shouldn't strive to be perfect. We should strive to be the best version of ourselves. I know that when I go to school, for example, I don't say, okay, today I'm going to be perfect, because I know that's not possible. I'm human. But I say, let me go and be the best version of myself. Let me work as hard as I can in all of my classes, because I know how unattainable it's going to be for me to think that I'm going to get 100 in every college course I'm taking. But for me to say, let me go and work my butt off to do the best that I can do, it will show. And step 7 to finding this confidence and having this confidence in yourself and loving yourself is to understand that acceptance doesn't happen overnight. It's wrong that people should accept you for this image of what the world portrays as beauty. You have to realize that acceptance takes time. For you to find real, genuine friends takes time, because you form bonds with people that are meant to be in your life. And so obviously that is all going to be something that happens over time, but it's so worth it in the end. Okay, I just want to end this video by saying that a lot of people come to me with problems in their relationships and asking me for advice, and problems with their faith, which I'm not going to say that I'm perfect in any of those aspects, because I do struggle as well. I'm human. And my faith is not always A1. There are days that go by where I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to pray. But I think that once you find yourself and you're confident in yourself, it's so much easier to accept someone else to love you, and it's easier for them to love you when you love yourself. It's easier to let God into your life when you're confident in yourself and your relationship. Then your other relationships will grow from that. So I just want to leave y'all with one of my favorite quotes about self-love. Before anything else, find yourself, be yourself, and love yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Have a great week.